Hey y'all, so welcome back to my channel. Y'all know we just doing 2 videos or so today. But please like, comment, subscribe. The road to 10K. My topics will be triggering. It's going to get progressively worse as the year goes by. So if you want to check out now, and I will continue to give you raw, natural me, live, lovely, beautiful, blissful, black. We're gonna do this. All right, and we're back. So we're going to talk about a ring. Black women, you deserve it. Stop playing these games. Young black girls, you deserve it. Stop playing these games. I am not married, right? But I'm coming from a sense of one day I will be, right? I know I will be with the person I'm meant to be with. I ain't playing those games. But I do want to talk about a ring and motherhood, baby mamas. I want to get into it because it's very prevalent in black culture and it's something we need to talk about. So I want to actually say I was a person that thought marriage was just a piece of paper. I was raised by a single mother, and I thought I was pick me in the head. I'm coming from that standpoint. If you're a pick me and you're listening, I was you. I was you. I was a ring ain't nothing, a piece of paper ain't nothing, that man's still gonna cheat, he gonna cheat, it don't matter. I was you. I was, okay? And I'm here to tell you, I have changed, I have grown, and I have learned it's not about that. It ain't even about the actual material itself, right? We need to stop thinking about that. That was something put in our head. I definitely feel, call me Dr. Umar, but even though Dr. Umar is very conservative, I'm not like him, but, and what I'm about to say is very black. I feel like the YT person wants to put that in our head, that marriage doesn't matter, so that we don't have any generational wealth. We don't understand how things work in society. We don't get forward. We don't help each other out as black people. That's my opinion. You could share something different, fine. But that type of thinking is going to keep us on welfare. It really is. And I'm not sitting here saying if you're on welfare, you're not a good person. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it's not your fault. And because of the thinking that people are putting in your head and the systems, you're feeling that it's true. And it's not. It doesn't have to be this way. So let's get into that. If I did not say already that this would be a triggering topic, trigger warning all over the place. Please know that. Being raised by a single mother who was amazing and adopted me as well, which I want to get into that story probably on Patreon. My mother never wanted me to be a single mom. My mother doesn't want that for anybody. My mother's a special kind of case. I love her. She's a little different. She's a little weird, but in a good way. And as y'all know, I was picked. Like, I don't explain this, but when I was a baby, my mom picked me. She did not have me. So that already goes into a different terms of speaking and knowing things in my experience. But who's to say mine is better than yours, or mine is worse than yours, or vice versa? You don't know. But what I'm trying to say is that my mom always was like, I don't want single motherhood for you. She always said that to me. I don't want you to do this. It's hard. I don't want that for you. I want marriage. Literally, like, my mom told me, she was like, anybody get you pregnant, you having a shotgun wedding, I don't care. Like, my mother, like, was like, no, she never wanted that for me. And I feel like it goes into that in the black community, where it's like, our family members should be speaking up and telling us, like, hey, we want better for you. We don't want that. Instead of just coming to terms with it, oh, this is what God wants. God wants the baby. And no, educating your children about sex, like, at an early age, especially as a young black woman, and how our bodies are seen, and everything we go through. We need it to happen sooner than later to save us. My mom was that mom. Like, she was also a social worker, so she's very like, she's Christian, but her judgment comes from a different place. Like, it comes from a place of like, she loves you and wants better for you, but she can't really tell you what to do. Like, my mom's just very interesting. But anyways, that's how it was with me. I was just a weird kid, and I want to give you some background, a little story time. I was a weird kid, and I loved weddings. I loved the dress. I loved the ball gowns. I'm an artist. I'm creative. Like, I love all that stuff, like colors. I love colors. Like, I literally, as a kid, would be like, oh my God, I want a Marie Antoinette wedding. Like, I want all of those like pastel colors, the pinks, the purples, the blues with some gold and white. And I still have that plan. But I was like, girl, I'm getting married. Like, I want to do this, da-da. But I focused on the wedding at that time. I didn't care about the marriage, the kids. I didn't really care about that. I just cared about the wedding. So I was a weird kid. Like, I always was like, I'm going to do that. Then the older I got, I became like, you know what? I don't really care about the marriage. I just want the wedding. Like, I became realistic. And then now where I'm at, where I'm like, I'm growing and evolving and listening to Black women, into myself, and going through experiences that my previous ones, that made me realize, oh girl, you're gonna get married, as in that license. F the ring. I don't even care. That license, honey. That license. You're getting that. You're getting that. Don't play around. You are not getting me pregnant and dipping. No. I know women today, literally. Like, it's frustrating. And I try to become friends with those women, but it's so hard. It's really hard when y'all live different lifestyles. But anyways, what I'm saying is I'm trying to let y'all know, like, I've been on waves before. Like, I'm not a one-shot person where I think this way all the time. It takes me some time to learn and grow, and I'm willing to learn, grow, and change. And I want to let other Black women know it's okay. We can do this. We can change. It's not the end of the world. We can freaking change. Change is fine. Don't think that you can't change. You could change. Listen to me. Like, I'm not even going to cry, but I'm just like, it's okay to change your mind. It's okay. Like, don't let anyone tell you you have to be stuck in one way your whole life. Back to baby mothers and marriage and everything like that. Oh, I gotta charge hold on. All right, had to charge my devices. So let's get into it. What does marriage do for you as a BLK woman, right? So I had to understand that. And that's something that we don't really think about. Like, I still be looking up more stuff and more information and learning stuff about legality. It's about legals. It's about finances. It is about responsibility as well. If something happens to you, who's taking the kids? Who's responsible for the kids? If something happens to you, you're in a hospital, who can walk in? If something happens to your kids, who can walk in the room? If something happens on a flight, who is legitimately allowed? You see that YT people move in the way that they move because they know legal. They know what it is. They ain't finna play. They know finance as well, right? And I'm not saying there's no BLK person that doesn't. I'm just saying we need to be more proactive in the community and talk about this. Ultimately, I feel like the best thing is that your assets as well are shared. Your debts are shared. It is putting responsibility on that other person. You guys are now one. A kid does not make you one. It makes you two. You are not one with each other when you have a kid. You're not. Even when it comes to responsibility, even when it comes to intimacy, Black women, that man could do whatever he wants. Rip and run and do whatever he wants with nobody saying anything. Child support don't do nothing. He could not pay it. Like, you think they're going to come after a man that's literally paying, like, has like a $300 paycheck a week? Like, you know? No. You think they want to save us? You think the judge wants to save us? No. And I'm going to be honest and talk about just America real quick. BLK women being on assistance from the government because they have a child is what the YT man wants. It's what the YT people want. They want us to be in their control. They want us to be like, look, they can't even provide for themselves. They don't even love each other. They're fighting. Their men are dating outside their race and still not doing anything good with the women that we gave as the leftovers. Yeah. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And I'm not saying don't take the assistance. If you need the assistance and you're out there, please take that assistance. Take that EBT card. Do what you got to do. Honestly, it's rough out here. I get it. But what I'm saying is there's women out here right now, pick me women, the baby mamas, that see this as an out. They see being on government assistance as an out to how hard life is. Like, you don't understand how quick a YT person is to give you money if you are with child and no father. It has to do with religion, capitalism, and politics. They want BLK women to look like this. And now that I've talked about the average person who's not getting a ring and doing this and that and the third, let's talk about celebrities. Even celebrities, people who you would think have some type of money, right? Whatever color you want to call it, whether they're blackfishing or not, they're out here getting BBLs, as y'all know, and having babies by these rappers with nothing to show for, no ring. No ring. They are literally putting their life on the line without any type of real commitment. For 2025, we're not doing that. Ladies, we're not doing that. Women, girls, we're not doing that shit. You're not putting your life on the line for a man that can't even just go to the courthouse in 2 seconds. Like, come on. For real. You putting your life on the line for what? For what? And this has to do with also, I'm going to get into it, sexual discipline. I'm going to make a separate video for it, but let's talk about it. It has to do with discipline. And you start to take real sexual discipline for yourself when you stop seeking male validation. When you understand capitalism, when you understand misogyny at its core, in its finest. Male validation is in the trash. And that's where it's going. I am proud of a lot of people. It's starting to go in the trash. But still, people want money at the end of the day. They'll even take a good thing when it comes to capitalism and turn something into a bad thing. They'll overdo it. You'll overconsume. It's a whole bunch of things. I feel like Walmart's the biggest example of this. They take the whole Birkin bag thing. I might make a video about that. Seems kind of interesting. The whole Birkin bag thing, just think about that. This is hilarious. I honestly love it, right? But I'm like, this is so funny. Capitalism is so crazy. This is hilarious. They're showing this bag is trash and cheap. You want it? You got it. Here you go. Oh, well, Hermes. Honestly, it makes Hermes look so low quality, but that's a whole nother. If Walmart's able to put this bag together and make it look so good, that's all I gotta say. Capitalism is winning, unfortunately, but it is. And I'll say in that department, at least it's cheaper. So, can't really hate that too much. But I don't know, they could get a lawsuit. But anyways, I don't want to get off the bandwagon, but definitely black women deserve a ring. You're gonna get a whole bunch of people that are nasty in the comments, which I don't see them, but you're gonna get a lot of nasty people talking about this is why I don't have a ring, this is why black. Okay, but you're gonna be at peace. All right, honey? You're gonna be at peace. Don't listen to these people who are sitting there with their miserable lives and their miserable husband and their miserable wives and the kids they don't like. No, that's their fault. They decided to take the ring, but still be unhappy and be in an unhappy relationship. And which I think we should make a video about unhappiness when you do get the ring. Because all it was about the ring. It wasn't about the partnership. Oh, sorry. Just that right there. I just hit it. That's what I'm talking about. It wasn't about the partnership. It wasn't about coming one with someone else. It wasn't about that. It was about being two people and doing whatever you want. And the one that's the hierarchy is usually the man doing whatever he wants. You do not benefit from not having a ring. And I don't know how many times I have to say this. I don't want to hear, oh, well, he could cheat if he has a ring. No. No. When he does, there are, there are basically repercussions, right? There's things that they're going to have to face. And I'm not saying, oh, wow, this should keep your man from cheating, to make him think I'm not going to cheat even though I want to. No, you shouldn't be with somebody like that. But my point is that you benefit from when that person makes a mistake. when you don't have a ring, a license, let me stop saying a ring. When you don't have that marriage license with that person, that legality, basically, you benefit from absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And this is why I'm saying, well, y'all can get mad at me if you want, but if you let somebody put a baby in you without a ring, you need to stop. You need to stop and figure something out. And also, I love you, but don't make your mistakes other people's problems. If that makes, who's walking over here? All right. Sometimes the way old people walk, I love it. They got this. Sorry, this guy's walking. Go ahead. Sorry, I get distracted. But yeah, don't let anybody, who's made a mistake tell you to make their same mistake. That's somebody you never want to take advice from. Really, it's not. It's one thing to have hope. It's one thing to have empathy. It's one thing to have love. We love that. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you to do what I did in the past. So what I want to say, wrap it up. Be celibate, sexy and celibate. Cute. Be celibate. Love yourself. Focus on yourself. Tell a man that this is what I want. This is how serious it needs to get. This is how much time I have with you. And you need to figure it out. And there needs to be consistent obsession with you. Don't let it be like, oh, he's obsessed this month. He popped in and you left that month. Consistent obsession with you. And even with that, still don't give no cooch. Still don't give no cooch. I'll be honest, like, I've talked about experimenting and things that I've done. I figured out what I like, what I love. I'm happy about that. But you don't always need to do that. Like, figure yourself out, one. And then two, it's kind of like, just because I'm saying I know what I like doesn't mean that path for you is going to help you figure out what you like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that type of person. So you can look through my channel and see where I'm just like, it doesn't matter this, it doesn't matter that. It may not matter, but it does affect you. Like, I remember, I still keep these videos up because I want y'all to see it, like how I've changed. Like, I've grown. I've went through things and I've grown. But even if you want to hook up, if you are very invested in that person and y'all are hooking up and you're being unprotected and this and that, is so unsafe because you're just trying to literally get pregnant. I want to tell you right now, if you have intercourse, you're getting pregnant. Like, don't think to yourself, oh no, there's no fun, yeah, we're good. I don't even care, protection or not. You're getting pregnant. That's immediately what you need to think. And I'm at that age where I'm like, yeah, no, I need to protect my womb, my eggs, everything like that. We're not playing that. I just have a very high value in myself. And it's not to say I didn't have a high value in myself back then, but it's more about I wanted to experiment. This was the route that I took. I figured it out, figured out what I like. I love what I like and I love what I love and am. But there's a moment where now I'm like, I'm done. And I didn't need to do it with a whole bunch of people to figure that out either. Like, I didn't. It was not a lot of people. So that's another thing. Like, I don't want to shame people for wanting to have intimacy or wanting to have intercourse. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's something wrong when you are letting this moment give you a casualty, which is a child for the rest of your life. Like, with someone you don't like or don't know and someone who doesn't like you and doesn't commit to you, that's ridiculous. So please get that paperwork. Forget the ring. Get that paperwork. Get them assets. Get it together. Become one. Make sure the person you marry is the person you love. And that is my advice for 2025. Bye, y'all.